quick transition. I forgot to do the fade. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shut the Fuck Up, I'm Driving. We are on episode 10. 10, baby. Hell yeah. On this
We made it.
podcast, we just talk about whatever has affected our lives or just different stuff that we experienced throughout the week, and we just kind of go through it, tell stories, all the good stuff. We just kind of bullshit for an hour.
And you're not going to find any other podcast with Nasty's notes. I'm going to tell you that first and foremost.
Yeah.
I don't have any notes this week.
What?
Oh, no. No, Nasty's notes. Oh, shit. Well, that's all right.
Oh,
Nasty, do you happen to have my vape by any chance?
Happen to not have some vape.
That's
but-
sad.
So, I like to start
Yeah.
off every episode asking how your guys' week was. Got any interesting stories?
No, I don't think anything really interesting. Not for
Yeah.
us.
No? Yeah, me neither.
We didn't go to the flamingo party.
Oh, all right. Well, this episode's over. I've got nothing to talk about now. That was going to be my topic.
Yep, sorry to let you down. Sorry to let you down.
Yeah.
Little flamingo party for this group.
Bummer.
Oh, well. Maybe I'll get Winnie to go to a flamingo party with me, and then I could talk about it on here.
Right. Right.
But, yeah,
Good luck
so
with that.
I don't know. I just been working. You know, I had a lot of tough projects at work this week. You know, not typical doors that I've put in. I did one that had 2 side lights on it, and that was fun.
Damn, you have to wire them in.
What do you mean wire them
Side
in?
lights on doors?
Side
Well,
lights.
you said side
My
lights.
big?
Yeah, they're
or do you mean
windows.
like a glass pane?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's
I
a
thought you
window,
meant
yeah.
like a light.
Yeah, but we had to cut like the panels that came in. We had to cut them out for the inserts, and then the door it had an oval, like a long oval insert. And I've never done one of those, and sitting there trying to figure out where center is and making sure it's straight before I cut it, and then cutting the door, because once you start cutting, that's it. Like,
Yep.
so
You better be sure.
and these doors are not cheap. I mean, that was just a fiberglass, door. That thing was probably $400 just for the door. And
That
I'm
reminds me
sitting
of a
there.
meme that I saw. This dude's got a freaking miter saw cut or set up, and he's got his tape laid out in front of it, and he cuts right through the wood and the tape measure. And it says "measure once, cut once."
Right? Yeah,
What the fuck?
I've seen a guy actually do that, like in real life.
Oh, really?
And I'm just like, bro,
That's ridiculous.
what did you do that for? Your tape's gone now. But yeah,
I don't know.
so,
My dad used to cut the ends of his Craftsman tape measures off like every month and take them back to Sears.
oh yeah, oh there you go.
Yep,
Get a
that was
new
one
one.
of his favorite things to do.
Yeah,
Take them
Oh.
back to Sears, they'll replace it for free.
they will replace it for free.
Reminds me of something else.
Speaking of replacing, I had to replace that capacitor
Speaking of which-
today. That was my fun for the day.
I do
Friggin-
have some news. I got
Oh,
my
on your
K-bar.
AC. Oh, you got your K
Yeah.
bar. All
Yeah,
right,
grab
let's.
my K-bar,
let's-
baby.
All right, while you're getting your K bar, you want to explain what happened to your AC, Nick? It just crapped out.
Oh yeah, just I went outside and I noticed it was just humming, and typically that's the sign of a bad capacitor, because that capacitor, its job is to
Yeah,
help
it's
the motor
beast.
get turning, and so I flicked it with a butter knife and it got turning and everything, got me by, but it wasn't running at at the rated speed that it should have been.
Yeah.
So it was kind of running hesitant and slow. So freaking $15, Amazon same day delivery. I had it put in like 10 minutes.
Oh, right on. Well, at least it was an easy, cheap fix.
Yeah, but the worst part was cleaning all the cottonwood out, because I hadn't
Oh, yeah.
cleaned them out for since last season, and it was caked.
Caked. All right. Well, there's Nasty's K bar. Let's see. Let's
Got
see you
my
shave with it.
K-bar.
Cut some paper. Cut something with it. Just not yourself. Don't cut yourself with it.
Right.
Don't cut myself.
Don't cut yourself. So, what does Benita got going on here?
I don't know. What the hell you doing, Benita? Lost her vape. Freaking
Oh,
out.
oh, I see. Oh well.
Mine
So,
tastes like shit.
all right. Well, yeah, I don't think I had any good stuff going on. Yeah. Anyways, I think one thing everybody had going on this week was that damn submarine, and
Yes.
the
That
only
was one of my
reason.
topics.
So the only reason I figured it was going to be someone's topic. So, but the only reason I'm bringing it up though is, it's not necessarily like everybody knows how it played out, you know.
Right.
At
Yeah.
least, and you know, I'm seeing the Navy knew about the fact that it imploded on day
Sunday.
one. On day one,
Yeah.
you know, and then you know, I was trying to find the TikTok. Is there a way you could go onto TikTok and I'm pretty TikTok illiterate, but can you go on there and find videos that you've liked? Like, is there an
Yeah.
archive of that?
If you click, well, I don't know about like, but if you click the save button, there is a list of your saved videos.
I didn't save it.
Oh yeah. Anytime, I mean, there might be someone that might be able to chime in. I don't know. Do we have anyone watching?
Yeah. Well, we got a few people watching,
Oh.
but I don't know.
Hey, people, help us out!
Help me. I don't know.
TikTok.
I'm too old for TikTok. I need some help. Oh, some people dropped out. They're like, fuck this.
It's like that guy
He said,
from
"Fuck
the longest
this."
yard.
I didn't come in
Wow,
here to
these
explain
people don't
TikTok
even
to
know how to
you.
use TikTok. Oh my
said-
god. What's
But
wrong?
anyways,
These guys are trying to run a whole podcast.
yeah.
Oh, there's the
Don't even know
K-bar.
TikTok.
That shit.
All right, we've
Pretty
moved
awesome.
past your K-bar. We don't give a shit about that anymore. Sorry.
Absolutely. Fuck my K-bar.
Fuck that K-bar. Anyways,
I did get a butcher knife too. I'll show you that.
I'm trying to keep this episode short tonight, Nasty. So I'm gonna have to really keep
Absolutely.
you under wraps.
I told you I don't have any notes.
Okay. Well, we're talking about the submarine now, but not like the submarine, what happened to it, but the fact that the TikTok I saw stated
Butcher
that
knife, motherfucker.
there was a lot of stuff going on in the news that
Oh yeah.
that got
That
tucked
was
away.
just- Yep.
And like, so I'm always like, you know, I don't know if the media plays it because it knows that's what people want to see, or if it's intentionally doing that to divert our attention away from other
to
shit.
keep us docile. Honestly.
Well, I mean, I don't know about docile, but maybe distracted away from.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
people would be a lot more up in arms if they knew all the shit that happened this week.
Cut the
While
letter.
we
Well,
focused
so the-
on a submarine imploding.
Right, that we knew was already done and over with, you know,
Mhm.
4 days before the conclusion, you know,
Right before they finally
quotation
said,
marks.
"Oh yeah, by the way."
But anyways, the few things that I saw that this guy mentioned that went on the headlines, and I looked into some of it. You know, Biden's impeachment, or articles of impeachment going through
Articles
or
of
trying
impeachment.
to. So that's happening.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah, the slap on the wrist he got. I'm not sure
That
what's
was
going
in the
on.
news again. Oh, it's getting washed under the rug.
So what? I mean, I'm sure you know way more about that than I do. You want to?
I mean, that laptop basically connected him to Epstein, essentially, or not Epstein. I'm pretty sure it was all of his shady shit in Ukraine.
Yeah. Well, I saw that on top of that, another thing that happened.
And I'm pretty sure it may have been actually. I'll have to verify it, but I'm pretty sure he had connections with Epstein as well.
I'm sure, but what I'm seeing is there was like another $6 billion that went to Ukraine this week.
Oh yeah, we just keep sending them fucking money.
It's insane.
And then there
It's
was
insane.
the whole civil war that started and ended in one day. Like not even a whole day. Like I've had work shifts that lasted longer than Russia's fucking civil war.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't even really know what's
Right.
going
How
on
much
over
of
there.
that?
Cause yeah. But anyways, and then there was something about J.P. Morgan had a bunch of emails that got deleted, and they had to do with Epstein. They were subpoenaed emails, having to do with
Huh.
Epstein, and they were deleted. It was like something like 47 million emails.
What the fuck?
But I started looking into it, and
Move
that
over, Hillary.
yeah. So yeah, right. So I looked into that one I looked up, and that happened back in 2020, but they're just now getting fined for it, and they got fined something like $4 million.
So here's
yeah,
my
$4
thing
million
with
for
all
deleting.
these
Found
people
the vape.
going down to the Titanic and shit.
Uh-huh.
I feel like, and this is gonna be kind of like off the wall from what most people have talked about this week, because obviously most of the attention's been on the sub and the safety precautions that were skipped for profits and shit like that. But like my thing is why can we just not leave a fucking mass 1,500 person graveyard alone? Like I feel like the only reason we should be going down there is to verify, yes, J.P. Morgan certainly did swap the name of the Olympic and the Titanic in the name of insurance fraud, and to possibly doom America with the Federal Reserve for fucking 100 years.
Yeah. Well, I think even if they find anything, that's
You've never
statute
heard
of
about that story
limitation.
about J.P. Morgan
Swapping the
how
name?
he was supposed to be on the Titanic?
Yeah, I've heard about
and how
that.
all of the people were outwardly opposed to the federal banking system happened to be on that Titanic that night.
What the fuck?
It's a crazy rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, I mean, you got rabbit holes for everything. That's why you're our resident conspiracy theorist, Nick.
No, I thought I was the resident shit poster.
Well, that too. Yeah, no, that's in our fucking day-to-day lives. Don't ever stop that.
Right.
but as far as the podcast, I'm gonna make you a little conspiracy theory intro, like I did for Nasty's notes. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, the Titanic shit, and I mean, what happened to those people? It sucked. It's terrible way to go. So I was reading though, that implosion, more than likely
they probably didn't know.
They didn't know what happened. It happened so fast, their brains didn't even know, and they were just gone.
Do you really think though? Like, I know I missed a few minutes here. I panicked about my vape, which I found. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
it was literally 2 feet away from me the whole time.
That's how it usually goes.
So, you got like, how did they confirm that it like imploded basically when it lost contact? How did they confirm that? Because I'm like, did it implode later, or
so
like
the Navy heard the implosion.
The Navy heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sonar.
How?
They heard it with.
Yeah, they've got nuclear subs everywhere. Like,
they have those
they're
sonar
always
buoys and stuff they put
yeah.
down afterward, though, so that like knocking sound that they heard wasn't them; it was just some mysterious ocean noise.
The knocking, I mean, hell, it may have even been the fucking thing hitting the bottom of the ocean floor. You know what I mean? Because I never heard any article that actually said that it was at a consistent rate. You know what I mean?
It just said it was heard every 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Weird.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the aliens down there. Like,
listen,
get your shit.
I was like, how do they know when it imploded? Like, did these people like know it was going to happen and they purposefully made it implode because like they knew they were going to die? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would have the courage to do that either. Holy shit.
No, so I did hear that
you suffocate or implode. I don't know.
I would much rather have the implosion, honestly.
That said that they knew something was wrong and they were ascending because they had dumped the landing gear, or not the landing gear.
Right, they were going too fast.
Landing gear. And so they, once they dumped the landing gear or whatever it is, the feet, it wasn't making them ascend fast enough. So that's when they dumped the fairing on the rear. And so that's why those were found right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right.
But like
Did you see the picture of the Logitech controller?
at the bottom,
Yeah. Yeah, they found it
What?
sitting at the bottom.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
that's like the Nokia
They're-
phone.
Do you
They're
have
just
that
like-
picture?
Yeah, I could find it here.
I want
So,
to see it.
we gotta find that.
but yeah,
But
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
said,
like when it's- What's
The-
up?
oh, we got some echo.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's funny that you brought that up because as soon as I saw that picture of the Logitech phone or controller, I thought of the Nokia phone.
Yeah.
The Nokia phone.
I
Yeah,
think my feedback is because Mary's on the phone.
I fixed it. It was my
Alright.
bad.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so let me see if I can find that picture. But yeah, they were.
So the
Oh,
Logitech
this says-
controller is unimplodable. Yeah.
Logitech stock hit by reports of the $30 game controller sinking the sub. Their stock took a hit.
Like dump the stock now.
They're like, oh my god, I don't want to have no part of this controller.
Yeah, we can't use this for shit.
He said the Logitech's like, I didn't do shit.
Chris, did you see that video that I sent to you?
The
I
damn
think I sent
batteries.
it on TikTok, but it had that guy in it.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh my god, that guy is probably one of my favorite comedians out right now.
Okay, there's still some feedback going on here.
Yeah, if I'm not saying something, I'll mute myself.
Yeah, here it is. There's still feedback here. Hello? Which one of you is listening to me?
Me?
Do you have my audio up?
No.
Oh,
I mean, like,
man.
just on my headset, not on my phone.
Okay. I don't know. I can hear myself talking. And I'm wondering.
Yeah, I'm muted, so it shouldn't be me.
Oh, well. All right. Well, here's the picture. I found it.
Yeah, I'm muted too. I don't know.
This is a tweet somebody put out that said everybody made fun of the Logitech Xbox controller, but we are going to find out that was the whole the only functional part of the whole sub. Okay. So here's go back. All right. Save image.
The only thing that I
Logitech.
found crazy is that nobody told this fucking billionaire, like a billionaire, about dissimilar materials and the effects that having them around each other can have.
No, he knew
Like-
about it.
What?
He knew.
Right, but it just, I mean,
He's-
up to and including his own life, didn't care. That's just wild.
He said he told in an interview, he's like, well, we broke some rules. We know we're not supposed to use fiberglass and stuff, but we did it and it's working. And
Right, because wasn't it? No, it was carbon fiber and stainless. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
was the dissimilar materials because whenever they're in contact with each other, it essentially breaks down the carbon fiber.
yeah. And the carbon fiber I read was it was bought from Boeing,
from
at
Boeing,
a
right?
at a
Yeah.
discounted rate because it was past the
It
shelf
was-
life for
yeah.
airplane. All right, so here's the controller. It's not the best picture, but I mean you get the gist. They found it down there. It says, guys, you're not going to believe this. The Logitech PlayStation controller survived the Ocean Gate Titan.
OMG.
Yeah, it's just sitting down there.
What?
Just leave it there.
Damn.
Just leave it
They're
there.
like,
Crazy.
We're sending a manned recovery mission for the Logitech controller.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably bring
That's
that up,
crazy.
and it'll be in a museum somewhere. I'm sure.
Probably.
I
Either
always thought it was wild that in so many years that nobody ever tried to raise the Titanic, and then I started like seeing all these
They
videos
talked
about
about it
the
once.
science behind it, and like the amount of downward pressure that's actually pushing on it and everything. Essentially, you'd never be able to get it pulled out to the surface.
really. Well, that's quite
Yeah, and that's
interesting.
what they were talking about. Like, we don't actually have capabilities. Like, had they just been sitting on the ocean floor, we don't have anything that's capable of pulling
Like
that
they,
amount of weight up with
huh,
that amount of force pushing down on it.
huh, wild. I mean, maybe not to pull it up. You'd think maybe they could go down there and put some like balloons or something
Right. Yeah, because like
and
I've
raise it up
seen
that
Float
way.
it
like
up.
with the wrecked cruise liners and shit, they'll go
Uh-huh.
in and weld these giant ballast tanks on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, obviously you're not really gonna send a welder down at freaking 13,000 meters below. Or is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a big difference between
It was like
13,000 feet and
13,000
meters.
feet. I'm
Was
pretty
it
sure it's
feet?
13,000 feet because
Yeah.
it's
I would
supposed to
say
be like
meter sounds a
two
lot
and a half
longer.
miles, and what a mile is like
Yeah.
5,280
Yep. Yeah,
feet
you're
or something like that.
Yeah, it's down there. I don't know. You'd never get
But
me
what
into
is the Titanic depth compared to the Mariana Trench?
I have no
Because
idea about the other one.
we've sent, I think, like 3 people to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Let's see. The Mariana Trench is the darkest and
I'm
deepest
almost
part on
certain of
Earth.
Yep. I knew that. But I don't know how fucking.
We also know
Oh,
less about
just
the
barely-
Mariana Trench than we do space.
It's barely longer than or further away than Titanic.
Oh no, it's as long as it is. So its length is the same as how deep the Titanic sits, if that makes sense. I don't know if I worded that right.
So it's two and a
Oh,
half
yeah,
miles wide.
I did see something that said basically to the effect of, had the Titanic stood upright, it like stern to bow, I think it was, like it
Oh my
could have
God.
stuck out of the water.
Wow.
The Titanic's fucking 2 miles long.
No, I could be. I'm getting some shit up. I've had like 6 drinks today.
Alright.
My God.
So
So yeah, anything that I'm talking
I
about,
have
just
a
like take
drink
it
of
with a
your
grain of salt,
water?
because it might be the Corona.
so the trench is
I haven't had to push my button though.
the trench is 7 miles deep.
Thank you.
Oh shit, that's
shit.
like 3 times as deep as the Titanic sitting.
It's so fucking deep.
Because I know I mean, obviously you guys know, like I used to have legitimate dreams and aspirations of, being a astrophysicist and shit. Like, so like I used to be really
Neil deGrasse
interested
Tyson.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Cosmos.
you got to have somebody that kind of shit.
Right.
Um,
Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson's a
but-
good one, man. He makes it interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And that for any listeners that are coming across this, the Cosmos season 1 and season 2 are very good TV series to watch if you're interested in the cosmos and outer space and such.
Yeah, space, baby. Maybe that'll be season
But
2 of Shut the Fuck Up, I'm Driving.
I
We'll be on
remember
a
on the
spaceship.
Cosmos they did talk about the Mariana Trench at one point, and they were talking about how even at those severe pressures and everything, like there's still some singular cell and small multi-cell organisms that thrive down there in those environments.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Oh yeah, I
tardigrades.
believe that.
And we
It's-
brought it full circle.
Yeah, and that's the show.
Yeah,
Alright.
there we go.
It's all about the tardigrades, baby.
The tardigrade.
Man, this echo's driving me nuts. So, yeah. So that's some pretty interesting stuff. It's all a diversion to draw our attention away from the real news. Because frankly,
Real news. Everything's fucked.
the fact that they knew about it is like the smoking gun for me. They knew about it on Sunday, and they let other countries come in and look.
Well, no, they said they had to go through all the data and confirm. But yeah, you're right. I mean, they heard it.
I
They
mean,
had
the
to go
biggest
through.
thing is they gave these families false hope. I feel like, and honestly, I feel like they kind of gave a whole country, or really, I'm sure this is a worldwide thing. The whole world false hope that hey, maybe this rescue mission will. I don't know. I feel like for me, I'm always looking for that thing that kind of pulls everyone together again, and I felt like hey, maybe people will come together, come or figure out a solution if they are stranded, save them, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's the weirdest thing for me is like this ocean adventure. So we know less about the deepest parts of the ocean than we do in some of the outer space, and it's like the other final frontier is to you know
I don't know if
completely
we want to go
explore
down
the
there.
oceans. Right.
Dude,
What if
I
there's
watched
Hold on a
a
second.
video
lost
where
city of
the guy said it
Atlantis
was
is
acrylic for the
I
viewport.
I think it's Benita's headset that's echoing.
well shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you could help her out, Nasty. But anyways, I don't know, man. You see them spheres coming out of the ocean and shit. I don't know if we want to go down there.
Spears.
The spheres, the
I thought you
circular
said
ships.
spear. I was like,
Oh, you're
is
talking
fucking Poseidon down there throwing spears up at
you're
us?
talking about the movie Spear,
No, I'm talking about all the videos
where
of the fucking flying spaceships coming up out of the fucking ocean.
oh no, they're
Right.
TikToks
What do you
or
mean?
Tic Tacs. They look like Tic Tacs.
No, they're spherical. They're like balls, big balls
We
coming out of the
watched
Balls
ocean.
of
we just
fire.
watched
The
a
biggest.
documentary on this, and they were little They look like Tic Tac pills. Like they're like
Fucking wiener looks like a Tic Tac
circular
pill.
white. They look
I mean,
like
I
fucking
think we all
Tic
kind of
Tacs.
agreed last week, or
They
that
call
we
them
all
Tic
kind
Tacs.
of believe that we're not alone, right? I think we all kind of had the same thought
I think it's
process.
something like 70% of the U.S. believes that we're not
Ugh.
alone.
So we're doing this. We were looking at this documentary as well on Netflix called
Okay.
Ancient Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're getting that feedback really bad.
I can't hear it.
I can hear it back in my headset.
Yeah.
How close
So
are you
is it
guys
you?
sitting to each other?
I don't know. Almost.
The same distance we always are.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I think it's.
Now it's gone again.
Yeah.
Is it have something to do with your laptop? You have the
Honestly,
headset
it
plugged into
might
your
have
laptop?
something to do with Mary's phone because when Mary got on the phone was when it seemed like it started.
Damn it, Mary.
Try the. I'll mute
Radio
that and
interference.
Radio edit.
Anyway,
Oh, God.
this show Ancient Apocalypse. So it's this one guy that's really going against the status quo in pretty much all academia for archaeologists, and saying that there were civilizations before the Ice Age, and like they were advanced civilizations, like
Mm-hmm.
they were more modern. They were able to, they had engineers and scientists and things like that, and they were building, these ancient civilizations to thrive and survive way before the Ice Age.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. Yeah,
yeah, I
60%
mean,
of people believe that aliens are real and that they're
so
here.
that's what. So I was thinking, what if it's like the aliens have another planet where it's like how like ancient Egypt is basically all desert, right?
Right now
Like
it is.
Yeah.
it's all sand, right? What if there's a planet made of sand, or like it's mainly a desert sand planet that
Arid.
has advanced technology. They've got advanced civilizations, and and they came here, and then they saw that. That's why, like the ancient Egyptians worshipped all these, deities and
I'll
things like
tell
that,
you.
and
I'll tell you
created
one
these
thing.
gods. But then there's the Norse religion, or not the Norse religion, but the Norse mythology, and then just
All right, rein them in. We're reining you in, Nasty. All right, go
yeah.
ahead, Nick.
I'm
Go
done.
ahead.
No, I kind of wanted to piggyback off of Nasty because, like, I think
Gross.
I think
Don't do
all of
that.
us have seen that movie, Prometheus.
Yeah.
So the plot of
Yeah.
that movie is essentially what I honestly, truly believe happened for our existence as humans on Earth.
We can't.
Not maybe in that Hollywood aspect, but I believe that something along those lines happened, and that our belief in a deity is essentially a lost technology that we were unable to comprehend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Not
Like,
necessarily.
it's very easy to look at people with technology, even with something as simple as a lighter. If I strike a lighter in front of a Neanderthal,
He'll kill you.
that
You take
Neanderthal
it.
would look at me as a god because I am harnessing fire. You know what I mean? Like, but
Well, see, that's these
That.
ancient civilizations. They talk about like there's always folklore behind these civilizations. It always is like one man that comes out of nowhere and he teaches them how to, basically, to farm, to irrigate their crops, to hold water and make this civilization. And like he teaches these people how to build and whatever. And I mean, every ancient civilization has some kind of folklore behind it where this person came in and basically knew more than any man at that time knew. And it's like, how did they, was it because they themselves came from outer space from an ancient civilization that either no longer exists, or, you know, what's to say there isn't another plane out there that crashed? They had all this technology and they were able to travel the cosmos, and they ended up like dying out or something, but before they died out, they made some places here.
They seeded the
Um,
Earth, the planet Earth.
so do you
yeah,
guys
I was getting
remember?
there. Yeah,
Do you guys
seeded,
remember the
seeded there.
Prometheus movie?
Yeah.
No.
Like, so in the Prometheus movie, there
I
was a
do, yeah.
moment where
Heard of it.
basically this lady has this, I believe is has this epiphany where it all kind of clicks that these aliens were God, and they're actively bringing them back to life, right?
Mhm.
And in that moment, she doesn't get the response back from the alien that she expects, and and you can tell that it's like, almost like a confliction of ideology, if you will, because like everything that she has believed in that moment has been proven or disproven, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's truly found out that her this revered god that she held so high is an alien that wants to murder her, essentially.
Well, shit.
And like in that aspect, like I just started thinking of like it was like one of the biggest click moments in movie history where I'm just like, you know what, I really truly believe that of anything that I could believe placed us here, I believe that that could be it, because I don't believe that we are one almighty, all-being thing. That I feel like it's very egotistical to say that a god placed us here. What's to make us more important than an ant or a moth? Like, because we're somewhat sentient and conscious of our own
Well,
existence.
if we're going into that, it
Like,
was we were created that way in His image.
okay,
That's the whole thing with
what
God.
I guess like my thought with that, with the entire basis of creationism, is like you have all these other organisms and shit.
Yeah,
I was
Why
watching
would
this.
we be the important ones? It just feels so egotistical.
because that's.
I was
Like,
I
watching this
mean, so
podcast
had
earlier this week.
honestly, had dolphins evolved thumbs and the ability to breathe on land, they would be the apex predator of this planet as we know it. Like,
Yes.
it takes one different step or fork in the evolution chain, and this whole world isn't as we see.
Well,
Well, let me piggyback
that's
off
why.
that. And there's this.
Well, I was gonna say that's why creationists don't believe in evolution. They don't believe that things
Right.
evolved to this point. That it was just created this way by God.
But I mean, at this point, we've proved evolution is.
So that's what I was gonna show.
Because
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
evo-
a
new
simple
video
thing
game.
is of Caucasians and blacks. The reason why Caucasians exist is because as we migrated towards a more temperate, moderate climate, we no longer needed the more melanin, I think it is, in our
Yeah,
skin
the melanin.
to counteract the sun's rays of the fucking arid desert.
Right. No, I get it.
That's
And
the only reason why we even have Caucasians.
I mean, I think that I never understood why we couldn't,
Oh,
like,
I mean, the
creationism and
Norse.
evolution couldn't work hand in hand. Like,
Right.
I mean, if you believe in a God, and the fact that he can create, then he could do, he could make things evolve. He could make
Right.
evolution a possibility. So I don't know.
Alright.
So anyway, I was.
Go ahead, Nasty.
All right, so I was watching this podcaster, or not podcaster, but a streamer
Hmm.
earlier this week, and they were playing a game called Humankind,
Hmm.
and it's a newer game that just came out, and it's pretty wild. Like it talks
Just like
about
a
how
card game, or
no, listen, it's called Humankind. It's something. It was Humankind something else, like the anthology or something, basically. But it's
like a video
basically
game?
you start out as a fucking monkey, right? And
Yeah.
then you
Yeah, I've seen
have
this game.
and you have a little chimp riding on your back, and you're going around and you learn how to make tools,
Mm.
and you learn how to evolve. You just keep
As humans
evolving.
do.
Yes, just like
Yeah.
what they're saying evolution is we evolved from monkeys, we evolved from chimpanzees or whatever, and this is basically how it happens. And like that's what you do. You play the game, and you continue to evolve as from a chimpanzee into a human being. I didn't catch like the end game for it, and what happens towards the end. Like, do you actually turn into a human? But it's funny. Like, I was watching a monkey, this person playing a monkey, a chimpanzee, and you talked about how if dolphins had thumbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole evolutionary scale would be a lot different. But chimpanzees do have thumbs, right? They're bipedal, so they can use tools. They can
Yeah, and they
grab
do.
things. And they do, right? Exactly. Like
Yeah,
you
they do.
can
They use little
teach
sticks to
chimpanzees today. Yeah, you
pull
can teach
insects out of
chimpanzees today to use tools and
sign language and all that.
do different things.
Hey,
Send them
There's
to
just
fucking space. They were
why do
astronauts.
girls'
We
jeans
put a
not have
monkey in
pockets?
space.
what?
I don't get
What
it.
are girls? What?
Because that's
Girls' jeans,
why.
why don't they have pockets?
What a
Because
segue.
because
Some
men's
girls' jeans have
shorts have
pockets.
cargo pockets. That's
What's
why.
that?
It's because men's cargo shorts have pockets.
Oh, so we get to hold on to everyone's shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't have pockets.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You got they do all the work of sewing a fake pocket. Why not just sew a real pocket?
That would take extra material, clearly.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Like every time
Not
I
back
fold Mary's
pockets, I
laundry,
guess.
I know this is a far cry from what we were talking about, but like I was just sitting there playing with Mary's pocket or fake pocket, and I'm like, why do women's clothes have such fake
Playing with her pocket.
pockets? I don't get it. And then I kind of clicked on why women always freak out about, oh, this dress has pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our pants don't even have pockets, but the
Right,
dresses do.
Like when we go to the shows and stuff, Mary's always like, "Will you hold this for me? I don't have pockets." I was like, "But you sure got the fake ones."
Yeah. Why don't you put them in your fake pockets?
Or you're paying twice for half the material.
Right. I got a pair of pants I paid $20 for. They got pockets all down the legs and shit.
Right?
It
I could
doesn't
store
really
shit
make
for
sense,
days.
honestly. Like you said, they sew the little patch on the back, make it look like a
Yeah.
pocket. Yeah, it's sewed shut. And then like honestly, like there was a pair of jeans I had on, I don't know, a pair of pants, I don't know, or shorts or something. I had on one day like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I was like, "Put your hand in my pocket." And Nick was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Exactly. Like you can put your chapstick in there and that's it. Like it ain't big enough for nothing, really." So guys' pockets are like really, really big.
That's the
So
thing. Like when we went to Sonic, I went and got this pair of cargo shorts from Old Navy, and actually I got them on right now. And like I could carry a whole fucking 2 liter if I wanted to.
okay, so this is I googled it, and of course, as soon as I type in "why do women's pants," the number one thing was have fake pockets, right? And this is about along the lines of what I thought the answer was going to be. Um, it's very common for women's jeans to have fake pockets because when they put stuff in there, it will show. So, like if you put something in your back pocket, it'll make you look like you have a lumpy butt.
So men carry their wallets in their butts, and their butts are
Right?
Right. Well,
square.
so it says that the fashion
Or
industry is it says experts say it's due to the fact that it's a male dominated industry. So they
Yeah.
design that so
oh,
that
so
way
men
you
don't
can't
like seeing shit in our butt
right.
pockets.
So we don't. So you don't ruin
Fuck you.
the female form.
Sorry.
We just
I
just
didn't
want to
do
see
it.
the
Oh man,
we want
I'm
to see the
That just-
natural
I'm
ass
all
with
for
that
women
just
having
opened up a
real pockets.
deep-rooted
poking
memory
out of
for
it.
me. You remember those pants that girls used to wear at like 2007 to 2010 that had no back pockets, like the butt
Yes.
jeans? I don't know what the hell they were called.
Yeah, no, I got you.
No.
That's along the same
No?
lines. They left those pockets. I know exactly what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Nick.
Just for
Because
that,
that was I
basically.
was in high school and I remember seeing
Yeah.
those jeans everywhere and I'm just like, oh my god, get rid of
Oh
that back
my
pocket.
god.
I said, I like your
Get
jeans.
rid of that
You remember
back
those
pocket.
jeans?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Like they had like a wide band at the top, like
Some of them did,
no
yeah.
pockets.
But it was
I don't
just
know.
it was basically a pair of jeans and they didn't put a back like they didn't sew the back pocket on. So it was just nice and smooth back there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nice
And-
Most
round
women
mound of
wear
ass.
fucking yoga pants
You know what?
nowadays anyway.
I s-
Truth.
right?
Yeah,
So
that,
they don't
that
give a
was
shit
way
about their
before yoga
pockets.
pants.
Women
That
have
was honestly,
purses
I would
for
almost call that
pockets.
the
That's
predecessor.
why
Women
the
have
man-
purses. We don't need pockets.
That's why the man owns the because they're like, nah, women don't need no fucking pockets. They got their purses, bro. We don't.
Yeah.
Let's make them, make them
And-
more fashionable. Make sure
And
their ass
and their boyfriend is going to be
instead
wearing
of-
cargo shorts.
Right.
Yeah,
So
the boyfriend's got a $30 pair of shorts that'll carry all the necessities.
What if she ain't got a boyfriend?
I was literally about to say where the
Well-
lesbians wearing.
well,
one
then
of the
she can
lesbians
go
is
buy
wearing
some
cargo
cargo
pants. One of the
shorts.
lesbians is
Well,
dressed
one
like
of
a
them-
man, so sure.
one of them's a
We're good.
butch, and will have cargo
If not,
shorts.
not
One of 'em-
necessarily.
I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
cargo shorts are not
have
gender
lipstick
I've
exclusive.
heard this
Exclusive.
argument,
I
but
know.
I have to say that 80% of lesbian couples have one that's more of a male than a female.
Probably accurate.
I don't know.
I think
I
that's
don't pay
life
too
in
much
general,
attention
though.
to other people's.
You've got to have masculine. I know the world that we live in wants you to not be masculine, but you have to have masculine property. Like you
I
got to
got-
have
I got balls,
even down to like a
big
societal
balls.
breakdown. Like you've got to have the iron workers, then the tradesmen and shit. You know what I mean? Like you have to have these typically masculine roles in society, or otherwise society falls apart.
Society falls apart.
Women could be
You know what I
metal
mean?
workers. What the fuck you talking about? Nick?
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying that traditionally
I get
it's a
sexist.
masculine role. I'm not
Yes.
being sexist. I'm
Like
being
No, I know
nursing
what you're
realistic.
is
saying. I'm just
traditionally
fucking
a
with you.
female role.
What
Right.
is it?
Being
Nursing
sexy.
is traditionally
Yeah,
like
exactly.
female.
I
Like,
mean, when you go
honestly,
into the
when I
the
have a
doctor's
male
office,
nurse,
yeah,
when I have a male nurse, and this is gonna sound sexist, and I don't care. When I have a male nurse, typically I don't take what he says
Oh, you just cut out.
Oh, we
You
can't
got
hear
muted. That's
You
karma.
said-
he
Talking
take
shit about
he
male
you,
nurses.
he typically
Typically,
takes
when I have
his
a-
wiener in his mouth.
him,
I
he's
think is
still
what he
going.
said. He said I typically take the balls and the wiener at the same time.
Yeah.
And
I think he was gonna say.
Oh, he's gone.
oh, he's
I
gone.
think he was. I think
He got so
the-
excited.
the
He
speaker
said, "When I
person-
see a male nurse, I get so worked
Yeah.
up."
Yeah, it's like
he's like, I can't
like-
take it anymore.
He said, "I gotta go find a male nurse right now."
Fucked up.
Oh, I'm just teasing.
So
Like his,
that's
I
your
think
karma, Nick, for talking shit about male nurses because
you know
they
we're
know their
we're
shit.
joking around. I hope he didn't pass out again.
Oh shit!
Oh, don't say that shit. That's fucked up. Don't
He's
manifest it. You're back.
Well, there he
he's
is.
Oh, the party.
And
Nope,
go.
he's coming back. He's coming back.
But anyways.
Oh, I gotta
yeah,
re-invite
no,
him. Hold on.
I have to say that Nick is kind of onto something, but I know what he was about to say. He was gonna say every time a male nurse talks to me, I don't really listen to them compared to when I hear a woman or a
Oh.
female nurse talk to me.
Why?
Because,
See, I
because
don't.
the
I'm
female
not.
nurse knows more about healthcare and stuff like that than
Really?
a male nurse
You think
would.
some males perceive it that way?
I
I-
think that's what Nick was about to say. I'm 100%
I think
sure.
Well,
that's
some
what Nick
men
was
are
about to
more
say.
willing to listen to another man than they are a woman. I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because a
I
lot of
agree with
men
that.
think women are
Yeah.
just fucking ignorant. Period.
Well, I mean,
I
they
mean,
give
I'm
us
gonna
they
be
give us a
honest,
lot of
there is a
evidence.
lot of older
Not
men
Just
that I've
kidding.
That's the
encountered.
old school. That's like your dad.
But there is
generation.
still a
That's
lot
your
of
dad's
men I've
generation
encountered
talking
that
to
are
you.
like, "Oh, this young girl don't know shit." Like,
That's
bye.
20s, 30s. That's
Where's
before
the
women
doctor?
had the right to vote.
And then the female doctor walks in and they're like fucked up about it because they're like, "Oh God, they just sent me a
female doctor.
female doctor too." Like, where's the man in this place? You know, like, fuck, whatever.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I could pull up his audio through here.
I don't know,
Nick?
but I think that's exactly what Nick was going to say. He's like, I
Look-
don't
look
trust
at
a
his
male
face.
nurse as much as I trust a female nurse.
Uh,
And I kind of understand what he's saying. Like, you don't, because you just traditionally don't see males in that role.
well,
But
I
it is
think I
fu-
think
it
a
is
lot of
fucking
that's
weird
changing.
That you see males
Slowly.
in the more traditional role of being a doctor, though. You still see more male doctors than you female doctors.
I don't know. I think that's beginning to cross over. There's probably
It's definitely
50-50.
it's definitely not as much as it used
I
to
think
be.
you still do see more female nurses than you see
Yeah,
males.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that'll ever change.
I
It's
don't know.
just the
But
status
remember, we
quo.
had that conversation when my dad was in the hospital. How I was talking about as like working as, you know,
Nick,
a nursing assistant or whatever. It was so nice to have a guy to help.
I can
sometimes.
see. I can see him.
I don't know. A lot of males don't probably want to deal. I mean, me personally, I can't stand terrible smells and things like that. So if I'm gonna take care of somebody who's needs me to literally wipe their ass, I'm gonna have trouble with it.
Yeah.
But
or-
some women can't handle that either.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, like they can maybe do it for their child because it's a baby, but when it comes to an adult or if it comes to blood or whatever, like I think it really just depends on the person. I've seen a lot of really great male nurses
yeah.
I
that
think
I would trust my life with or my parents, you know.
I think females have a stronger constitution when it comes to that stuff because it's almost like it's
I
I
bred
mean,
into them. Like it,
We
don't know
literally
about
have to
that.
watch blood come out of our gynae like every month.
it's
so.
hereditary. Yeah,
Oof.
well, not hereditary, but
Could you imagine having to watch blood come out of your penis?
Oh, don't
Fuck.
talk like that. That's terrible.
Fuck.
I mean,
Just
maybe
imagine.
that's why women aren't as cringy about it. Like, gotta
Yeah.
see it. We gotta deal with it. Like,
Yeah, from a young age, you're already dealing with bodily functions that a man
I'm trying to invite you,
is
Nick.
not having to experience his entire life.
right.
All right, I think Nick's back in the
Right.
party.
It says he joined the party, so woo for joining the party.
I don't know. That's an interesting topic to talk about. I don't. I feel like I
It
feel
was
like
Nick's
that's what Nick
topic
was gonna
too,
say.
and we like
Yeah.
elaborated on it for the last 10 minutes.
100% guarantee that's what he was gonna say. Like he was on the verge of saying, I don't think that male nurses know what they're talking about, and female nurse, I would trust a female nurse over a male nurse any day, is what he was trying to
Yeah,
say.
exactly. Well,
That-
what
oh,
I'm
there he
saying
is.
from
Oh
There
my
he is.
god.
Yeah.
So
I was
Hold on.
100% correct.
if I have a male nurse room and a female nurse coming in a room, for me personally, might not be everyone, but for me personally, I'm gonna take what the female nurse has to say more to heart than what the male nurse has.
Why is that?
Well,
I have no idea.
real quick. So if
I
I see a male
because
nurse coming in the room
traditionally,
and a female nurse coming in the room, I'm gonna have a problem with both of them just coming all over the place in that room. They need to get out of here with that.
Shut up.
why are you coming all over my
Why?
room?
Why? Why did you come
Why's it
into
gotta
this room?
go? Why's it gotta go dark? Go
Fucking
dark.
filthy mind.
No, but
It's
that
just
is
how
kind of
I'm
a weird
built.
thing though, because
Sorry.
I noticed that when I broke my leg, because I did have a male nurse at one point in time, but then like most of my nurses were female nurses, and while the male nurse he was good, there was just a certain comfort level that I
Yeah.
felt with having a female nurse. I guess.
Well, they
I think it
probably
might even be like the whole
I can
mom thing.
understand
Maybe
that.
I've got some
Yeah.
underlying trauma that is
your
why
mom
I fucking
issues,
act like, or why I have that
and
thought.
you. Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
That's
it's
understandable.
yeah.
It's,
Well, I
Well,
mean, like, nasty
women
said.
are more nurturing and
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
that's probably it.
And this dude comes in and he's like, he kept offering sponge
About to check
baths,
your
and I'm
butthole,
like,
man.
no, buddy,
About
I
to make
don't
sure
need a
it's
goddamn sponge bath. I've already had 2 today. How many are you gonna give me?
All of the sponge baths.
He was like, just
Well,
gotta make sure
just
you
let
stay
me
clean
stick
there.
this thing down here in your pee hole. Sorry about that, buddy. Oh,
What the hell?
ow.
God.
Nasty. Why?
Oh, I got to check your colostomy bag out real quick.
What the?
Oh,
All right, I gotta
That
go.
has nothing to do.
Smells
You
I
don't.
gotta
bad.
go. So you'd rather have a female? Wait, what? I don't understand where the colostomy bag came from.
Wait, what?
I don't
Where
know.
did
Yeah.
colostomy get brought into
Nasty
this?
has no idea.
I was just fucking paraphrasing or like putting the
Alright.
situation out there, like something a female nurse would have to deal with or a male nurse. Which one would take it better? Yeah.
I don't
I don't know.
understand where you're getting
Can we
at.
throw a poll out?
Throw a
Are
poll.
there polls on YouTube?
Yeah.
You mean kick?
We can
Yeah, but I mean,
do.
I'm
We're
just
all
wondering
kicked.
where we're gonna get the viewers
We will get the
that
most
would actually
viewers
vote on it.
in
Vote on it. Rather have
wherever.
a male nurse or a female?
I don't know. If you'd rather have a male nurse, comment in the comments below. A female nurse, also comment in the comments below.
I don't know, Benita, you're the female here. What do you think? Do you have any?
She's like,
all
she
about the
said, give me
male
that
nurse.
male nurse all
That-
day.
You think a male nurse
Well,
would make
that's
you feel
because she
more
wants
comfortable?
that male nurse to do all the heavy lifting and all the tough shit that the
There is,
female
I
can't
mean,
handle.
just working in the role of like, I've
Well,
worked in
so they can
nursing
handle,
homes
but
and
don't handle
probably
as well.
working in like
Okay,
the
so you got a
hospital
different
ER is
aspect to
probably
it.
like 2 of my, yeah, so like working in a nursing home, it was super nice having like some of the male nurses to help you lift some of these guys.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, I was about to
guys
say
that are
that,
like
yeah.
6'4" compared to like my 5'6" that are like 250, 300 pounds. Like it's a lot easier when you have a guy that's,
Yeah, I
lanky
get
and
that.
taller to help you with that stuff.
Yep.
But then also like when you're working in the ER and like some of the male nurses in there, like I was mentioning while you were gone there for a second, like there's some old men that like literally are like, get this bitch out of here. Like this woman don't know nothing. Like where's the doctor? Where's, like I mean, so there are situations like where I've definitely been very thankful to have male nurses like working alongside everybody. I think it's important.
Yeah.
I think different people respond well to
Different.
different
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
like I think some women have chips on their shoulders like toward other women, so maybe they would be more willing to let a guy come in and talk to them about stuff.
Right.
I think it really just depends on a person.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I think that probably male
I mean,
nurses are definitely underappreciated in the medical.
Yeah.
I
could
mean, I
definitely
have a
see that.
perfect example of this. Like, our dad has Parkinson's. We take him to the VA probably at least once a month or so.
Mhm.
Anyway, the last time we went up there, it was just these 2 women that were, helping out dad to get him x-rayed. And I was like, I saw the woman and I mean, she could probably get him up and put him on the x-ray table, but it would have been a lot easier if I would have helped. So I offered to help. And then of course, as soon as I did, they were like, yes, yes. And then when we got back there, they're like, thank you so much for helping us. Like this is, it's a big deal when some, strong family member will help out with
Right.
Yeah, because there
situations
was
like this.
another male, a
Because they
man that
didn't have
was,
anybody else. Like,
yeah, there was another man that was in the ER, or at the urgent care when my dad was there, and I guess he was just kind of like a little out of it, and I guess he had like managed to like end up on the floor somehow or
yeah,
something,
and they couldn't
and
get
they
him
couldn't
out
get him back in the bed, so they
back in the
literally
bed.
had to
Yeah.
call the fire department because they didn't have
Oh
anybody
shit.
that was
Yeah.
there that could help get him up. There was like a
Yeah.
couple older female nurses there. So
So
I
Well,
I,
mean,
what
and see,
hospital?
I think
the
this,
The
fucking
VA.
VA.
I think
Oh
that touches
shit.
on
The
the point that
veteran.
Nasty was making earlier about, or maybe it was Nick, about the, needing that masculinity in society
Right.
to do the, because I
That,
That's
mean,
that
exactly
was
what
fucking
Nick
a
I
said.
mean,
lot,
Yeah.
a
so
lot
she
of the
just gave you the
jobs are
answer.
very
We need that
physical.
balance.
Yeah,
Both.
we
Amen.
need a
It
balance,
all
baby.
drops back to the balance at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah,
exactly.
it is
Like
Star
you can't
Wars
have
all
one
day.
without the other. It's
Fucking
like
have
Like
yin
yin and
and
some
yang.
right.
women,
balance with
like
the
one of our best
entire.
friends, her mom or his mom works in like doing the CNC machining type shit and stuff,
Uh
but
huh.
it's like old school, not like what you guys used to do. But she does that. Like I know a lot of other women that work in factories and shit. Like me,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man.
I
I
ain't made
saw
for that. My grandma worked in a lumber yard. I ain't made like that. Like I'm a strong woman, but I'm
me
not
and
lumberyard strong. Like I
me
don't
and
Right.
think
Mary were
so.
driving down 270 the other day going to my appointment, and I looked or over and up, and I saw this fucking trucker, and like the truck looks fucking badass. And
The old
then like I
mother
looked up to
trucker.
see like the driver as she was coming up, and I'm like, holy shit, that is a fucking small ass female driving that massive rig. Well,
That's
that's cool as
hilarious.
fuck.
Nick's like, I'm
But
all
Which
like,
bricked up
that
now.
that's happening
yeah,
more
I'm
and
all
more now.
bricked up.
More
Yeah.
I
now.
got the weirdest boner.
That happens more and more now because of the like we talked about it. It's a balance thing. It's
Yeah.
like men aren't
Well,
going out as much. Sometimes men are actually the ones staying at home
Yeah.
and being the stay-at-home dad because the woman can
And
go out
my
and make
mom has
better.
commented on that now. She's like, men sure do a lot more with kids now than they ever used to. Like, my dad would have never taken us to the park. My dad would have never done this. My dad would have never done that. And then, like, nowadays, you see dads doing all that, taking their kids to the park, taking them out trick or treating,
Oh yeah.
doing fun things with them, not just, you know,
parental shit.
Yeah. Well,
right,
Yeah,
for
not just
me,
being
not
the
just the
bad cop
guidance.
or,
Right.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
it's like I don't
Not
want to
just
miss out on
guidance.
that shit. You know.
Just
right,
to have fun.
Right.
Yep.
definitely.
That's
I don't
like
know.
I
The
tell my
way
kids all the time. Oh god.
I was gonna say, the way I look at life is, I don't know if it's typical. I don't really, talk to any other people about it too much, but I mean, if you think about it, when I was a kid, growing up in Cleveland, like that period of my life doesn't even seem like it was part of my life. It's just, I remember it, but
Dude.
it was like a
Yeah.
whole different section of my life. I'm not even that person anymore. And then
Yeah.
when I was
I
in
agree.
from
Yeah.
like, then I moved to Columbus, and from there, like up until I met, when I met Mary, that was like a whole nother separate thing. And it's like different chunks of my life are like,
Different
Right.
or
chapters.
yeah, it's just
It's
like,
all
It's
yeah.
funny. It's
We
funny that
we
you
write
say
our own
that
book. We have our
right,
own chapters in
because
our book. Like we close chapters
right.
throughout our lives, like
well,
continuously. It's like,
And I
I
think,
just
open a
think
new
it's funny
chapter.
that Chris brings it up in a compartmentalized fashion like that because
right,
I think about my own life in that same facet. Like 0 to 9 is an entire different is one life, and then
right.
from 9 to like 16 was a
It's,
different person.
it's
From
wild.
Okay, so
16 to 21 was a different person, and
Hmm.
so
then
let
from
me interject
21
and ask
till
you guys
now.
all a question, right? Can you even remember from 0 to 9? Because I
Yes.
look
Yes,
back and I can't
trauma,
remember
trauma.
those
Yeah.
years. I don't remember from 0 to 9. I don't. I like vaguely.
My
I
earliest
remember
memory is like when I
just
was
from
3 or 4.
From seeing
Yeah.
pictures, I can remember some things. That's all, though. I cannot.
I mean, you should
I don't
probably
even
shut a lot of that
remember.
out.
Right.
I mean, I can
Childhood trauma.
remember,
Yeah.
I can clearly remember stuff from being like 4 and 5.
Mhm.
And probably if I think about it, there's stuff I can remember being
Ooh.
probably even younger.
Yeah. See, I don't remember like
So,
I remember
but
big
I'm
events.
one of the only in this group here that doesn't remember being a child or being a kid from like 0 to
I mean,
10
what's the
years
earliest
old.
thing
I
you
don't
remember?
remember fucking anything. Like the earliest thing I remember is because I've seen pictures of my 8th birthday party and I got a Bigfoot and I remember
Yeah.
like and I
Well, I
still
mean,
can't like
that's
I can't
it's not like I
I can
remember
remember
waking up and going to
Right.
school and what I ate for breakfast and shit,
Exactly.
but I remember
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember walking home from school in a fucking snowstorm one time when I was about 7.
right, that's a
Right,
big
but you
that's a big
remember, like,
deal. You know, it's
right, like
because
I
I remember.
remember,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead. Go
remember
ahead.
like
I
events, like things that are
that's
worth
just it. Like mom
remembering.
told me
Isn't
we
it
went to
weird though how your
SeaWorld. I
mind
got pictures from
jumps
SeaWorld, but I
stuff
don't
like
remember
that?
going to fucking SeaWorld. I got pictures of us going to the beach in Myrtle Beach all the time and
Right.
that's the only thing that I can and there's no memories there, but I see the pictures and I'm like, "Oh, well this did
So
happen."
so I know I
But
went
I don't
to
remember it.
Geauga Lake, but I don't remember going.
Ooh.
I know that I went, but I don't remember. About the only thing I remember, my aunt made me get on the corkscrew, the roller coaster there, and I fucking hated it. Like it was like the worst experience I've had at
So,
and like I didn't
oh,
like it.
God.
Yeah.
Can we talk about for a minute how like
We got 1
all of
minute
the
left.
sudden in your childhood, 1 minute left for what?
We're gonna end the podcast here. So
Already?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
try and cut
All
them down, make them a little shorter, see if we get better results.
Okay. Oh, okay. Damn.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah, like
maybe
seems like
maybe this will be a
hour and a
topic
half
for later for
is a
next
good
week.
Yeah,
time.
I didn't
But
even get to
2
touch on
hours
what I
is too
want to
long.
talk about, other than the submarine. But
Well, that's why we do this
Mm-hmm.
once a week. We got
yeah,
remember it, keep it in your notepad. Talk
keep
about
it
it next time.
in your
Yeah.
notepad.
Yeah, the submersible
I
thing
really
was
want to
what I
talk to
was wanting to
someone
talk about
else
too.
about the fact that like all of the sudden you snap into consciousness as a child.
I don't
Like you
think
have
you snap
no
into it. I think you ease into it, and it's just
it,
kind of
but you get what I'm saying though, right? Like it's a weird thing for me
yeah.
to think about.
What do you mean?
So like
Like
you
all of a
have
sudden
no
you learn how to
tangible
talk.
memories of being a
Shit.
baby or
Like the first
learning how to
words.
talk and walk and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yet then just one day you're processing and making memories. And then like it's like before that you weren't even really I mean you were a human, but like it's almost like your soul wasn't like there, I guess.
I don't think
I don't know
the
how to
it's a
even put that.
Or
cognitive.
maybe it was, but you're just too young to understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. You
Because like they talk
That
about like babies dream and stuff, right? Like you
yeah.
can they'll like giggle and stuff. So like
you're
maybe
dreaming
they
of
do,
past
but it's
lives.
before they can't communicate it, and maybe it's before they
Right.
cognitively understand it. I mean, I don't know. It's weird to think
It's
about,
just a weird thing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. All right, guys.
It is kind of strange how
Nope,
like
nasty. We're done.
yeah, like
Sorry, I can't. We can't let you get going here, buddy. So
yeah.
yeah, that'll do it for this week. If you want to comment, I'm curious to see if we could get anybody to comment in the comments below about how they kind of like if the compartmentalization compartmentalize.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah. So
Compartmentalizing.
do other people do that with their lives or? Because I always thought it was weird
would
that I
be an
did it.
interesting thing to find out. Yeah,
So
me too.
so
That's why I was so excited when I heard you say it.
so I think in the title. Oh, we gotta come up with a title real quick. Hit me with some titles. So if we could get somebody, maybe some people to comment, and I'll maybe make a Twitter post and see if we can't get some feedback on that, because I'm curious now about that. Yeah. So titles for this week.
I've got an idea for a title, but I'll tell you after we get off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't want to say it now?
Well, I've already gotten off
No,
twice since we started.
Yeah, I'm lagging behind.
Yes. All right. Well,
Found
this is
Logitech controller. No, I don't know.
this.
I was literally thinking the
Log-
same
Yeah,
thing. The
we
Logitech
found the
dude.
Logitech
No.
controller.
It's don't don't put your money into Logitech.
Yeah.
So
Xbox
I
instead.
mean, if it can survive the bottom of the ocean, I mean, that's
I was
pretty
just saying because they're stock tanked. Anyways, that does it
Yeah.
for episode 10 of Shut the Fuck Up. I'm driving. Video will be on YouTube at ckramer803 to watch, as well as the audio being on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, Google Podcasts, as well as some others. And you can find me streaming on Kick and YouTube, Kramer803 on Kick. Yes, so that'll do it for this week. And until next week, it has.
Have a good week.
Yes, everybody have
Peace.
a good week.
Much love.
Much love to everybody. Good night.